Good evening, everybody. So, welcome to our another vlog. By the way, this is your one and only Mr. Pogi of CDW, Mark Anthony Orogan. So, for today's video, we will be having a question and answer portion. Don't you like that? Well, I like that, but kind of. So, for today's video, as I said, we were going to have an question and answer portion. Well, these questions came from our beloved professor, Miss, or should I say, Ma'am Febra. She asked us to have a video answers on the question she provided in our class. So, first question she asked, or she asked on us is, what do you understand by the cultural diversity? So, cultural diversity. Let's have some insight from our other colleagues, and I choose Kati Eugenio. According to her, cultural diversity is a diversity of tradition, authenticity for norms, belief, conformity of different places around the world. Well, she said cultural diversity aims to have its own signature, the area of abundance, more recognizable. Although we are all different, it also helps to learn from each other and have a broad understanding of one's another. It also teaches, she said that it also teaches us a good understanding of each other because it has a respect of one's belief. So for her, cultural diversity can also be compared to LGBT. Why? Well, I don't know. Let's see. So she said here that it's also compared on LGBT because even though they have different gender, preferences, they still have get along through acceptance and respect. So for overall, Miss Kati Eugenio wants to say is cultural diversity is a formality in spite of diversity. So let's go to other questions, or the question number 2. So for the question number 2, the question is, what is your stand on global cultural conflict? How does it impact on social, economical, and political aspects of the country and its interrelations with other nations? So let's take a stand with some other colleagues. So I choose here Miss Ira Jacob. Yeah, I don't know if I pronounced the surname correctly, but she said here that cultural conflict is somehow in disconnection of line with the beliefs of other people. That is why many people find themselves arguing in a certain things because their viewpoint or point of view is dissimilar from others. So for her stand, this question is that we should respect the point of view of other people and remain open for the ideas of others to avoid conflicts with other persons. So for an example, for her example, she said here that in the picture 6 and 9, M and W, if the other person in the endpoint says 6 or M, then she or he is right. Their beliefs are acceptable, while the other one is 9 and or W, and they are right also. They have different beliefs. But what more important with that, we should have different beliefs, but what's more important with it is we should accept. Oh my God, we should accept the other people standpoint and respect uh, their opinion and ideas in that area in a manner we can gain wisdom to seek others. So for that answer, I salute you, Miss Ira Chaka. So let's go now to the third question. So what is the third question? So the third question is, how can cultural conflict can resolve if not avoided? Or how can cultural conflict be resolved if not avoided? Uh, for this question, I choose to take the stand of Miss Mika May Maturan, which she said, in her opinion, cultural conflict could be resolved if only we as a contributing individual of a community could discern which would benefit us as a whole and not only one person. The best way to resolve the cultural conflict, aside from being united, is by accepting that culture is different. Therefore, we must be knowledgeable about it and learn how to respect it as it is in. So for that answer, I agree to Mikami Makaran that to prevent to resolve, if we cannot avoid cultural conflict, is to respect one each another. Even though we have different culture, or we have different form or beliefs, if we have a respect to each other, we can avoid a cultural conflict. So for the fourth question, let's go on to the fourth question. So what is the fourth question? The fourth question is, what you can say about the existing feud between the Philippines and China on the issue of territorial claims. Territorial claims. Again, I will repeat the question, which says that what can we say about the existing feud between the Philippines and China on the issue of territorial claims? So for this one, I choose the answer of Annalie de Huya. Why say so? Why do I say so? Because she said here that it is never new for everyone. Well, yeah, it's never new for everyone because it's been a year since we have this kind of conflict with China. So it's been almost a year since China started to own the West Philippine Sea. Yes, they have rights to go fishing, but do not use illegal processes of fishing. But she said, but the problem is the Philippines government let them yet they want beyond the agreement. They should not claim the West Philippine Sea because starting from history, it was for the Philippines. It is a manifestation of the Philippines. There, the Philippines government has made mistakes in deciding whether they will accept China to stay at the sea. They should let them because they are just trying to get the territory belonging to the country or to our country. They should fight for the territory for the country, but this feud can also be solved through clear conversation between two parties. Yes, I agree because every problem can fix with the right way. Like if you if I were if I were if I were the president of the Philippines, I will let I will it's like I will talk to China about this this issue for us to have a concrete solution. So let's go now to the fifth fifth question. So the fifth question is, what best initiative should the Philippines government do to settle such disputes and agreements? With this, I take the stand of Bebelin, because in his answer, she stated here that the Philippine strategy, she has a she has a reference. It's like she came out in a research for her to have this reference. So she said here that the Philippine strategy, that the Philippines did not simply bring China to court. Even before filing the case, the government had already wisely choose to settle and dispute with the arbitral tribunal under Annex number 7 of the United Nations Convention of the Law of the Sea, or UNCLOS, with